Hey, what is up? What's going on? Joe here, 690 ADV, Radio 690 ADV, sitting out of town, at the lake, moto adventuring. Remember, I've told you a million times, sometimes an adventure is in your own backyard. You don't have to do a lot to get a lot. And what we did is, I say we because I have a guest here with me tonight, and we're sitting around, and Mr. Firefighter has built this Gigando fire. And he's trying not to laugh too hard, but
just because I don't have any hair left on my legs because the fire's so hot, don't mean nothing.
But anyway, yeah, we are podcasting on location. We are in Bridgeport, Texas, at Bridgeport Lake. We've got we got the whole lake to ourselves.
Yeah,
the whole lake, and it's really actually pretty darn cool. Anyway, my guest today, East Texas ADV. If you haven't seen them, check them out. You can find them on YouTube. And you can find him on Facebook as well. I got Jeff with me. Just look him up on YouTube. Very easy. Just look in the search column. Just basically go East Texas ADV. He's basically new. He's got good stuff. He's an adventure writer. He's putting together videos. And I'm sure during the podcast this evening, he's going to let you know that, you know what, making videos is not as easy as what you might think it might be. So anyway, without further ado, Jeff, what is happening, bro?
Not much. Just kicking back and enjoying it, man. After a week of work, boy, it's nice to be able to head out and, be so close to home. And
yeah, sometimes it doesn't really take a lot. And believe it or not, you have your own ranch, which, believe it or not, a lot of people don't understand that, when I say that you can go out and you can really find an adventure in your own backyard, you literally can do that in your own backyard.
Yes, sir. My wife hates it because I can disappear for hours and she can't find me.
Literally, I've been there. It's fantastic, man. You've got everything from elk, deer, what else? I mean, it's really pretty cool.
Let's see here. We got Watusi cattle. We've got yaks. A lot of wild pig.
Yeah, probably quite a bit of pig.
Yeah.
You've got you have your own lake. I mean, literally.
Yeah, it's a little lake. It's about 16 acres.
Yeah, little. That's not little.
But the best part, I'm sure you'll let them know.
I'm not letting them know. You're going to let them know.
The best part of the ranch is the 40 acres I have set aside for my enduro trail.
For riding. And it's fantastic. And I say it a million times that, you can get out, and 3 months ago we didn't know each other. And here it is that, you can reach out and you can meet people, whether it be on Facebook or YouTube or things like that, and you can meet local people. You can do rides. You can get out. I mean, we're set up tonight. We literally have an epic spot. We've got a really cool campfire. You got your tent. I've got my hammock. I mean, we are literally set up for tonight. It's going to be great. We're going to be cooking food over the fire, and we're out doing the adventure stuff. You know what? We don't have a whole lot of time. We work all the time, plus the YouTube stuff. So, it's sometimes you got to find adventure really in your own backyard.
Yeah, you do, and I'm very fortunate to be where I'm at, literally, even as far as riding, being able to ride.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you had an incident not too long ago that literally almost ended your riding career. I try not to chuckle at it, but sometimes you got to.
Why not? It's kind of funny.
You got to chuckle a little bit, but. It's not real funny, but you know what? You hear the ATGAT guys all the time. I don't buy into the ATGAT stuff so much, There's a point to it. I don't want to dig too deep into it, but, it's those certain things, potentially, it's not so much that it saved your life. It saved one part of your body that if it was gone, you wouldn't be riding anymore.
It'd be devastating for everything, for the ranch, for my job, for riding.
Yeah, I mean, literally almost lost your arm.
Yes,
and that's that sucks, So, but like I said, we met on YouTube, now Facebook. We've done a couple rides together.
That was because I trolled you on Facebook.
Yeah, it's okay. But the cool thing is you know what? It's out there, and there are really there's cool people that you can meet. You can have a good time. You can ride. You can. It's more about just one person. Now, going solo is fantastic. I'm not gonna knock it. I think it's very, very cool. But just putting that out there that you can do that. It is out there. And so all you riders out there that listen to this podcast that are looking, just sometimes, you know what, just put it out there on Facebook. I'm not sitting there and saying go ride with everybody. What I'm saying is spend a little time, get to know that person a little bit.
Be select. Don't be afraid to tell somebody no, you don't want to go.
Yeah, and that's okay. It really is. That's okay, you know. Yeah, so beyond that, we're going to move past that.
Yep.
I don't want to bore people, but what I want to do is you're the guest tonight, and we're on location. That's why there's no intro music, there's no outro music, there's no nothing. This is the real deal. This is basically, we're out in it. We are in the woods. We are looking at the lake. The sun is going down. It's fantastic. We're fixing to cook some dinner, and that's really what it's all about. We have two KTM 690 Enduros R's that are side by side. It don't get any better than that parked in front of the lake.
No, it does not. You know what? I don't know if you noticed this or not. You had said something about, because one of the videos I posted, I had a cow run out in front of me. What did you call me? What did you refer to me as?
I don't know.
Something about the animals, the animal magnet, or
I don't know, man. You're like literally, I don't know what it is, dude, but I'm not riding with you at night.
We didn't get 10 miles into this ride and I had a squirrel run out in front of me.
Oh yeah, we almost hit that freaking squirrel, dude. He paused. He just paused. He completely freaked out. He's like, eh. So you're like the motorcycle animal whisperer or something. But the thing is I don't want to get too deep into your accident.
No, I don't even want to
That's
talk
another
about it.
deal. I don't want to dig into that. You know, nobody wishes that on anybody. But here's the deal. Let's. I want to dig into East Texas ADV's mind a little bit.
All right.
All right. Here's a couple of questions. I know that you've had street bikes, and I know that you've had adventure bikes, and we know that there's a difference between all of them. And if you don't, then you need to learn what the difference is between all the different bikes. You now have an Enduro,
Yep.
a KTM, which is not truly an Enduro, but it's as close as you're going to get to an Enduro that's truly street capable, that can actually do the miles. So, with that being said, and I know you got a KTM 690, what is East Texas ADV about? Why do you have it? And, you know, what is it that you're doing with the East Texas ADV that you want, if you could tell anybody about it, what would you want to tell them? What is it about East Texas ADV?
Basically, I wanted to do the channel from a fresh point of view.
Right?
My first adventure bike was a Tiger XCX.
It was actually a pretty bike, too.
It was beautiful.
I almost bought one, by the way.
Oh, I loved it. The cruise control. I mean, they're fantastic bikes.
And on the road, they're fantastic.
But they're kind of heavy.
Well, that's where the adventure comes in.
Yes. Well, the adventure comes in from when you've never ridden with painters before.
Yeah.
And you're riding that center line, and you're 6 inches into oncoming traffic.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of people don't think about that, and they don't realize it. But I had my buddies in my ear going, man, you're over that line again, because I'm used to being on the sport bike.
Right. Where
You
you're thin and sleek.
Exactly. But I wanted a channel that grew with me as a rider. The more experience I got, the more experience I could pass on, and my channel and my audience, you know, our channel could grow together so that people would be on the journey with me.
Exactly. And not only that, I mean, this is one thing, and I'm not trying to point, you're not a new rider by any stretch of the imagination, but you're new to this type of riding.
Yes.
Like the KTM type stuff. You've done the adventure. You've been on street since forever. I know that. Yeah. But the nice thing is you know, and it's nice getting another perspective from another person. How is street compared to dirt?
All I can say, a classic example is the best way I can put it. On the street, you don't expect to crash. You just don't do it.
Right.
But now, enduro adventure, you're gonna crash.
Yeah,
You're
and it's
gonna
gonna
go
happen.
down no matter what. And it's gonna be more frequent than you realize it.
Right.
While
exactly.
you may drop, going down on the street is terrible.
Yes.
But it's basically, for me, my personal experience, it's an everyday thing. Once I get in the dirt, some of the stuff we ride.
And because you ride street, that doesn't mean you can ride dirt.
No, it doesn't.
It does not.
doesn't.
And the thing is street is constant. I mean, it's either concrete or asphalt,
Yes.
correct? Or, or some form of concrete or asphalt. I mean, that's pretty much what it is. When you're off-road, just like at the ranch, 1 minute you're grass, next minute you're clay, next minute you're packed dirt, and the next minute you're Jeff going, oh no! And you're in silt. And just about to go, you're coming in too hot into a corner.
You're never gonna let me live that down, are you?
Yeah, but dude, that one corner,
too hot.
corner. I mean, it's not even like sand. It is super silty, soft. And if you're not paying attention, man, now for the crowd, anybody that's listening to this, and I know there is a few, he didn't go down, but he did do the one-leg wonder. Make no mistake. Oh no, he fought it and held it up. But at the end of the day, that's what it is off-road is ever changing, because it's between, as we're sitting right now, dirt, gravel, sticks, sand. I mean, come on, hills, rocks. I mean, it just constantly is changing.
Yeah. Well, the most important thing I've learned since I've started, do not forget to disengage your ABS just on the rear.
Or you say what on comm?
Oh God, I'm going in too hot. And I got video on my channel to prove it.
Oh yeah. But yeah, so anyway, for all the people that are out there that know everything about videos, and you get the naysayers, you get all these guys that come in and they're trolls and they're running their mouth about things like that. Creating a YouTube video is just as easy as just turning on a camera and sending it up to YouTube, right?
Yeah, the only advice I have is don't overthink it. I do that all the time. I'll shoot video, and even you have,
But you just shoot it on your camera and just dump it up, right?
Yeah, I shoot hours.
You don't edit it.
Oh, I edit that snot out of it.
What I'm getting at is people think that we just shoot a video and just a couple of little dibbity-dobbities, and then boom, it's on YouTube, and we're what did I get today? I got a guy that told me that I was clickbaiting on a hack that I did for my 2-minute video for Tuesday's video.
Right.
And I said, first off, I don't think that you understand what clickbait is. And second of all, it was actually educational. And third of all, my 2-minute tips are not rocket science stuff. It's little things that even seasoned riders as myself that has 50,000 plus miles in adventure riding, I forget all the time.
Something so simple.
It's simple, and you forget them, and you don't realize it till you're on the road. And the reason I do them, and I don't even totally do them for the people. I do them for me, so that I can sit there and periodically go back through my channel and realize the things that I forget all the time. I forget it all the time.
Well, a prime example is the last ride we did.
Yeah.
What did I take? 8 hours of video?
Yeah.
And how long was the video I made? I posted was like 8 minutes.
Yeah, 8 minutes.
So it's a lot of, this is good, this is good, this is good. So it goes.
There's condensing.
Yeah, it'll take 4 or 5 days just for me to condense it. And
yeah, they don't realize what is shot that goes in to actually produce and actually make the video. And you want people to watch your video. That's the thing. For everybody that is thinking about getting into a YouTube channel or something like that, and yours is fresh and new, and if you haven't checked them out, go check them out, give them a subscribe, and be part of it. And the thing is understand and appreciate what it takes for these YouTubers to create anything I don't even care if you're just shooting video going down the deal. If you are using editing software, it's work. I don't care what anyone says. It is work. There's stuff. I have a whole new respect. I used to bash my kids all the time for watching these YouTube guys that were getting millions of hits and all this type of stuff and all these things. And I bashed them. But then once I started my own channel, because I was like, well, you know what? I've been writing a long time. There's a need for helping others. And I just really think that everybody should help everybody.
I agree.
Long story short, so I started a channel. 690 ADV. I ride a 690 and I like to adventure travel. So there you go. There's the mystery. That's 690 ADV. I own a 690 and I adventure ride. I don't pretend. I don't do fake book. If you go see all my pictures, that's me. I'm actually out in it. I go do it. Literally, we've known each other for 3 months. You can testify.
Yep.
I can get out in it. I've done it. I've ridden it. I don't need to prove myself to anybody. But I'm sure that you will believe that I can handle my own off-road. So.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So
my big problem is, well, it's not really a problem. It's, he who crashes has having the most fun.
Is having a good time.
So I'm always having a blast.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's the whole thing, and that's the thing too. And I would love to get your view on it. Is you get a lot of people that sit there and they like to bash guys that drop their bike or dump it. But I'm the same way. Guys that lay their bikes down are trying things, man, and they're having a good time. It's not. Nobody wants to lay their bike down.
No, we're not doing it on purpose, and we're not sitting there to take a picture of it and laying it on the ground. And
look at Rod.
Hey, Rod,
he looked
brother?
He looked like a stormtrooper. We were on the trail, a gnarly trail, and we literally were using wire snips and zip ties and tearing his whole rear end out. He didn't even have blinkers when we got done with that trail.
I'm reminiscing about that trip because that was just fantastic. It
was fun. That was fun, and we're going to do it again for sure. But the next time we do it, we're taking gear and we're camping.
And hopefully law enforcement will not be involved this time.
God, Canyon, if you're listening, bro, slow down just a little bit. That's all I'm saying. He's over here crying because he was the one.
You can see your license plate.
Yeah. Yeah, he has a.
Of all the times for me not to be shooting video,
he had a 525 that
right?
was plated. Yeah, yeah, that's hilarious.
I always shoot video from start of the ride to the finish, and I had turned it off because we were on the asphalt.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy, if you guys haven't gotten into the adventure riding thing. You don't have to jump full into the adventure thing. Throw some soft saddlebags over your crotch rocket like I did. Put a sleeping bag on it and just go and
go to your local park.
Yeah,
go to a local park.
You ain't got to go out and spend $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 in an adventure bike.
No,
And
the thing is everybody thinks that they got to go out west or they got to go to Utah or they got to go wherever. You know what? Sometimes look at us. We're Texas boys. Where are we at? We're in Texas. And you know what? The sun's coming down. We've got a nice, beautiful sky. It's going to be about 40 degrees tonight for the low. We got our tents. We got a campfire. We're cooking food. And that is what it's all about.
You know what? I have to add this. Starbucks is optional. That's not a mandatory thing. You don't have to go to Starbucks
you don't.
To ride an adventure bike.
No, you don't. You don't. And the thing is that the other thing is, it's like everybody's trying to show everybody up on whose bike is what and who's this and who's that. At the end of the day, you know what? Buy a bike for what you want to do and stick to what you want to do and make sure you can manage that bike. But don't go watch a movie and seeing a guy or watch Chris Birch sit there and rock hop a 10 or a 1290, and then you're going, if I buy that bike, I can do that. You can't. You just can't.
Yeah, that's the thing. Get a bike that is comfortable for you, that you feel comfortable on. Part of the deal when I bought this 690 was my wife, bless her soul, I love her so much. She's awesome. Any other woman in this world, I don't think would have
No.
signed off on this.
No, they pretty much would have niched it from that day on.
But I get
your accident, yes.
She says we're gonna go to the mall. I'm kind of like,
Dude, she took you freaking shopping for a KTM, bro.
You spoiled it.
I don't care. It's amazing.
We pull up at a KTM dealer, and she's like, okay, here's the deal. You go pick out a bike, but you stand it up off the side stand. You cannot grimace. You cannot show any hesitation of pain or anything.
Right.
And I was still a month from going back to work. Sat on the 12. I'm like, I'm going to get me a 1290 Adventure, baby.
They're nice, man.
I sat on it. I lifted it up, and I just barely grimaced a little bit. She's like, okay, put that one back. Next.
But that's okay, though. You know what? And that is what's awesome is that, you know what? She had enough respect to know where your heart's at.
Yeah. But
she's also smart enough to know that if it came down to you, you probably would have taken that 1290, and it would have been a little too much bike. Now, probably not. But at the time, she's just looking out for your safety. Right. Something you can manage. Well, and that's what makes that whole story awesome. Yeah. Is a lot of people miss this stuff, and there'll probably be people that listen to this podcast and go, this is stupid and blah blah blah. Well, the thing is that's the difference between two 50-year-old guys and some
I'm
20
counting backwards. I'm 48 now.
Whatever you want to call yourself. Okay. That's okay.
Let's
don't worry about it. Hey, you go get some more Grecian for your hair. But that's the reality of it, is the older you get, if you don't slow down and realize and see some of these things that are going on around you, you're going to miss a lot of really cool stuff thinking that you know more than what you think you know. And that's really what this is all about, is getting out and seeing stuff. We don't need the moral to the story of this podcast is we don't need to be in Arkansas, deep in the mountains, and all these things. We didn't have a whole bunch of time, and this is what we're doing, and it's fantastic. Yeah. It's amazing, and that's really what it's all about. And at the end of the day, it's about being on the bike, being with a buddy, and camping.
Just getting away from the grind.
That's it.
You gotta decompress. I mean, people call it, you hear people call it, oh, I gotta get my therapy time. They're not kidding. It is, I mean, I've had this bike since March. All right, I was putting 500 miles a week on my Tiger. 500 miles a week on my Tiger.
Yeah.
I put 8,000 miles on it about between March and October.
Right.
And this bike right here, I've had it since March. I put 1,400 miles on it. So my wife tells me it's not about the fact that you want to ride it. I have to have it.
Yeah.
So I have that.
It's more about knowing.
Yeah.
Correct?
If I want to just jump on it and ride it,
it's there.
I can do it.
And that's what it's about.
So,
But
if you're thinking about it, if these guys are thinking about the adventure thing, man, go for it.
The whole thing is just make sure that whatever you're going for, like you're saying, make sure you can manage and handle it. That's it at the end of the day. Don't buy a bike and then 6 months later regret it and trade it in and take a beating on the bike. Right. Take a little time. I say it 1,000,000 times. I'll say it 1,000,001. Research is king. Spend a little time.
YouTube is awesome
to
do research on bikes.
It really is. And the thing is you go and you see these things and you watch these guys. And the beauty part is you can always hit me up at 690adv@gmail.com. They can hit you up. What is your email?
EastTexasADV@yahoo.com.
There you go. Anytime you got questions about a 690, hell, a Triumph Tiger, he knows more than I do. I've just ridden one. I've never owned one. But I know I almost bought one, but I bought a BMW F800 GSA.
Well, you know what? I know where you can get a Tiger for under $1.
I'm good.
I had to, man.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
good.
I had to.
But that's really what it's about. If you're thinking about it, it's really something that you might want to look into. And I'm just telling you, the dual sport is growing. It's getting crazy. And
even Harley Davidson's getting into it.
Yeah, except for that's dying. You heard that? They're pulling it.
The Trans Slap?
Yeah, it's done. They pulled it. They stopped all production. So
Same with the live wire.
oh, sorry, maybe I shouldn't have said anything. Slippity.
The live wire is the same way.
Yeah. So
Anyway,
spoiler
alert.
We're moving on. So any questions? Like I said, there's the emails. Don't hesitate. Make sure you check out East Texas ADV and get out, find your adventure. You know what? I don't even care if, going to Starbucks or going down to the local park and just riding around, parking your bike, sitting and reading a book. Sometimes that is just an adventure for somebody. Don't let anybody tell you different. I don't care who they are, and I don't care how long they've been riding. They don't have more miles than I do, and they don't have more adventure time than I do. And I'm telling you right now, go find what makes you happy and enjoy it. And everybody else is second. That's it. Everybody else is second.
just because somebody's on an $18,000 adventure bike doesn't mean they're a better rider than you or they know more than you.
No, that just means they're on a
Be
freaking
happy.
$18,000 bike. That's it.
Or they just... I'm going to stop right there. I'm not going to go on with that comment. But
yeah,
I mean, there's just you can pick up a DR 650, a KLR 650 for under $2,500 and you're set.
Exactly. I mean, CRF 250s, WR 250s, DR 200s. God, the list goes on and on and on. Like I said, if you're looking, you got interest, you need anything, let me know. Anyway, I don't want to take up too much of your time. It's Thursday. It's getting good. We're hungry. We're fixing to start cooking.
My fire's going out.
No, it's not. So we are fixing to start cooking. But like I said, I wanted to get a podcast with Jeff. We tried to do it last time, but we just did not have enough time. It was a 24-hour grind of doing crazy off-road riding, but it was a blast. We had a great time.
Baby heads, water. Oh, my Lord. Too hot.
Exactly.
Too hot.
But like I said, I'm Joe, 690 ADV. That's Jeff, East Texas ADV. And if you are looking to get out and you are looking to get your adventure and you are wanting to be a dual sport or an adventure rider, you can do it. Understand that you can do it. I've got tons of subscribers. We're coming up on 5,000. We're probably going to have a giveaway when we hit that 5,000 mark. But here's the deal. Down in the comments, you check it all out on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/690ADV. Great information in the comments. You'd be shocked at what you can get on there because we have fantastic subscribers that give great information, and they are riders that have been doing it as long or longer than I have.
That's what it's all about.
That's what it's about.
Participation.
That's it. Jeff, thanks for being here.
Thank you. I'm glad to be
And
here.
we are going to start cooking. I'm sorry, you are going to start cooking.
You know what they say about we?
Yes, you're going to start cooking.
Okay.
I'm Joe, 690, out.